Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the Libra new moon happening October 16th, 2020. If you are a Libra ascendant, sun, and moon, I will be doing horoscopes for all 12 signs this time around, so yours will be coming up. If you are anybody watching this who wants their sign to come up sooner in my little post feed rather than later, be sure to put a comment down below because I'm going to be flying through those and posting them all willy-nilly unless you tell me, hey, where is my horoscope? And I'll be like, okay, the next post will be yours. So check that out in a comment. Leave that for me, rather. Also, 3 quick announcements. Number 1, if you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, what is you doing? I put out a video every single day of the week. So be here for it. I'm here for you. Number 2, like this video if it brings you any value whatsoever, because that helps it get more views and it helps other people gain this knowledge that I am sharing with you about astrology. Okay. And in that same vein, last but not least, drum roll please, I'm announcing the WizdomDropz Astrology Mystery School. The link to schedule a Calendly appointment with me directly is down below. You can also see the link describing the course down below, which will share more about what we'll be doing. Basically, that is a 3-month intensive program where we will be meeting 1 time per week in a Zoom room with a small collective of conscious beings who want to learn this craft for themselves, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. We are having so many, just everybody in this course is like incredibly awesome. I'm really excited about the cohort. It's going to be amazing. It's going to basically help you transform your toolkit to where you can be on fire with astrological interpretation, whether you're looking at your chart, somebody else's chart. It's really geared towards the student who wants to apply this for themselves and have that knowledge for themselves. Okay, so that's what this is about. If you're into that, the link is again down below. Okay, now let's jump into this new moon, and I will be sharing my screen with you. Sorry for the siren. That's just ouch. That's just how hot this course is, y'all. Like, damn. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm serious at the same time. Okay, so new moon in Libra, what you can expect. By the end of this video, we'll obviously be discussing what you can expect for the next month, okay? Not only the next 2 weeks, especially the next 2 weeks until the next full moon, okay, which will be happening and is, yes, exciting, but the next month until we have another new moon. So that's really the flow of things. So this new moon is a new beginning. It's the Divine Mother and the Divine Father coming together, right, in union to discuss what they're going to make. And what is this going to make? Well, good question. It's going to make Spica themes. And basically, Spica is the fixed star at 23 degrees of Libra, which is all about beauty and harmony and basically beautifying things from like this place of like design, right? Basically, you can think of Spica as like the reason why Libra is Libra, in addition to the fact that it's ruled by Venus. Spica is like Libra on steroids. So Spica is like all that beautiful, beautifying, improvement kind of oriented energy that Libra tends to bring in as a sign is highlighted under this new moon, because the new moon itself is happening literally at 23 degrees of Libra, which is literally the spot of Spica, the fixed star of beautification and design. So you can look at that further if you want. Astrology King is a good source on the interwebs for like fixed stars and whatnot. But that's just the first thing off the bat. So there's a new beginning on offer for something beautiful to happen, right? In your life and everybody else's life. And what is that thing? Well, you want to look at your chart and see what house is Libra by whole sign. What house is Libra? And that's going to tell you a lot about how it can manifest in your life, where this new beautiful beginning can be. So pay attention to that. Also, I want to draw your attention to what is the ruler of Libra doing at this new moon. She's in Virgo, and that's at 16 degrees, and it's sending gorgeous energy out here. It's sending really beautiful energy to Mercury. Look at that nice little sextile, and some trines. She's sending some trines to Uranus down here. And oh, what is that? Even to Jupiter and Pluto. Okay, Jupiter and Pluto are being activated by Venus. That's great. Venus in Virgo, what is the tone of this new moon? The ruler of this new moon is where you can gain more information about it, right? The tone of this new moon is improvement, because if you didn't see my video I just did recently on Venus and Virgo energy, I did a couple of them actually. You might want to check that out because it's going to give you more information about the flavor of this new moon. This new moon is improvement and beautifying and problem solving in nature. So we're being asked to problem solve right now and beautify in the process, because the ruler of Libra is Venus and Venus is in Virgo, the place of problem solving and beautifying in that process, because Venus is the planet of beauty and the new moon is on the fixed star of Spica. Also, while we're problem solving, Mercury is asking us to go deep into the truth, deep into the ethers, deep into the places that your psyche doesn't usually go, where your brain, it doesn't usually go. And it's retrograde at 11 degrees, which is a master number for anybody who's up on that and cares. So there's like profound information to be found, in other words, with this. And you can apply that profound information, that profound truth. Scorpio Mercury is truth. It's the truth. It's the lie detector test. It's everything. It's the deepest truth. I did another video on that, a couple of them actually recently. If you want to check out that, do check it out. I talk about the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and I also talk about Mercury in Scorpio, period. So there's, again, interesting information that I've already done that you might want to look more into that will further your understanding of this new moon. But Mercury is sextiling Venus, so there's like abundance on offer if we choose to apply it. Trine energy just happens. It's like a passive benefit, right? But you have to apply sextile energy to get what you can out of it. So Mercury and Venus are in this little sextile, this little sexy sextile tango, if you will. And they're like, hey, look, where do brains apply beauty? This is also like sapiosexual energy, definitely. Like there could be some deep sexual experiences that are related to like intelligence and fetishes around that and just like enjoying it. Or if you're the kind of person who's in a long-term committed relationship and you're like, how do we spice things up? Definitely like some sapiosexual thing is going to be really appealing to you at this time. I won't go too much into that because I don't really know how much of my demographic is that, but just a, you know, just a fun note. Also, like if you're into somebody right now, they probably have brains. If you're just getting into somebody, they're probably like really deep thinking, and they might even be like a problem solver or a designer or an analytical mind or something like that. And anyway, they're going to be, you know, is in that kind of vibration at this point in time. Also with Venus in opposition to Neptune, there's fantasy on offer. Don't get caught up, whatever you do, don't get caught up in some like, you know, BS, like somebody's painting a portrait and it's like they sound really good and they're painting your best dreams come true, and it's just like, you know, it's too good to be true. It might be a little bit of that energy, but there also is like really good potential for like some divine unions coming in, like good love energy at the same time. Because look, this is a psychological aspect, meaning somebody could be trying to manipulate you psychologically anytime you have an opposition. And Venus, the planet of beauty, is opposite the planet of illusion and escapism, Neptune. So people who are alcoholics or substance abuse issues, or they're just like really good at like being a master of disguising, like what's that called, like a con artist. Just be aware for con artist types. But Mercury in Scorpio is making you very discerning, and you could get some really pleasurable surprises, because look, Mercury in Scorpio is opposite Uranus. Gorgeous. Not so great surprises, traumatic surprises, sure, because Mercury's in Scorpio and it's opposite Uranus. Mercury in Scorpio is the dark, you know, it's the deep dark, it's the traumatic, yeah, but it's conjunct Juno, so that's a positive omen. The new moon itself, conjunct Spica, is a positive omen. The fact that the ruler of the moon is in pretty much harmonious conversation with the majority of the planets, you know, that she's talking to, is another good omen. So I'm optimistic about this moon. I am, in terms of a new beginning. And Mercury, as far as that goes, opposite Uranus, you know, down there you can see in Taurus, by a 2-degree orb, that's real tight. So there will be surprises. And this is revelatory energy. Mercury opposite Uranus is the truth. The truth came out, and it's the deep truth. It's the deep, dark truth. Mercury, deep, dark truth in Scorpio came out to the surface for everybody to see opposite Uranus. Also, just like surprises related to like earthly matters, like these storms. I heard we have some more storms coming now to at least the US, but I feel like that's just like 2020, right? Especially, but Anyway, there's some higher truths coming forward. You might be diving really deep, like I am right now, into like Gaia shows. If you like Gaia, comment down below. I like love Gaia. When I get to the point where I'm like doing actual sponsorships and things, that would be like one of the few brands that I would actually consider supporting because they're dope. Like their content is dope. But anyway, like Mercury is opposite Uranus, you know, so it's like truth about the aliens. Mercury and Scorpio is going deep and seeking truth, opposite Uranus. Aliens, you know what I mean? Like literally that rudimentary of an interpretation, because Uranus rules ETs, is applicable here. And aliens on Earth because it's in Taurus, you know, like it's that deep of like your shallow interpretation can be that deep, in other words. But like truths, it depends on where it is in your horoscope, y'all. You know, like where are the truths coming forward? It depends on where this axis is in your horoscope. If this is your 10th house and this is your 4th house, you know, you could have some truths come up between your home and your work and what's actually happening. If this is your 2nd house, your money, okay, could be really coming into some type of like, damn, I didn't know like what was going on with my money. And now I'm like really being taught like what is my money, because your 8th house is going to be opposite that if this isn't an 8th house situation. You see what I'm saying? You just got to read it for your chart and other people's money and debt and stuff like that. 8th house, so it can change, in which again, I'm doing horoscopes. Watch the horoscope video for your sign. The other thing I want to bring up though is this incredible T-square. Do you see this big red triangle right now on the screen? That is big, y'all. That is a big fat freaking T-square energy. And why is it a T-square? Because look, it's a triangle. It's a big red triangle. 20 degrees is retrograde still, Mars and Aries. And that is opposite the moon. So there's tension under this moon. I said all these positive things, but now I'm going to tell you the other side of that because I don't sugarcoat diddly piddly, okay? Look, there's some definite challenge. Mars is opposite the sun, for crying out loud. This is like challenge of authority on fleet, because not only is Mars opposite the sun, Mars is freaking square Pluto and Saturn, not to mention Jupiter, amplifying all of this. It's like, this is like the head energy, just like your head explodes from all the tension. Be careful, especially around the 16th of October, okay? Be careful that whole week, like even leading up to that and the week after that, as long as 2 weeks after that, especially. Be careful. The end of October, mid to end of October, do not bite somebody's head off unless they really, really have it coming and you don't mind losing them in your life. Because Mercury opposite Uranus is severance energy, okay? And squaring Mercury, you know, Mercury is not squaring, but Mars is opposite the sun, and Mars is squaring Saturn. That's also severance energy. Mars, Saturn, and the sun, the 3 authority top dogs, and add Pluto in just for giggles because he's also, you know, the power player. These are like the most like powerful, quote unquote, like evil, quote unquote, challenging, quote unquote, planets. But look at this. You know, the god that is the ultimate authority is the sun. The god that is the ultimate dictator energy or ruler energy. The sun is the king, but outside of that, like the ruler, the business structure, the system, the man is Saturn. You know, manipulative, darker forces that are looking to be subversive in their clandestine approaches to things. Okay, that's Pluto. And then Mars, the planet of will and action and willpower, and also like, you know, malefic energy of severance and cutting and burning, and all that is in a tense aspect. I'm like, damn, not only is it a tense aspect, but look, these are real strong. This is real strong. Saturn is strong in Capricorn. It's in its own house. It's in its own sign, rather. Mars is really strong in Aries. It's its own sign as well. So they're in good dignity, except the sun is not in so-called good dignity, but Vedic astrology called the sun a malefic, so the sun in Libra is actually weakening its more harsh side that it can bring. Just saying, different perspective, you know. And it's conjunct Spica, which is auspicious. So how do I read this? I read this like there's tense energy playing out right now, of course. And there's opportunity, though, for truth to be birthed on the table. And anytime you have a T-square, this is the important thing to say about this. You know, Mars square Saturn, I've done videos on that. It's like accomplishment energy. In order to accomplish, you have to like really hustle and put in the work, right? and build something, build like a pyramid from the bottom up. We started from the bottom, now we're here. I got energy, you know what I mean? So that's like Mars square Saturn, where you like literally just have to grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. Saturn square the sun is like authority coming up against each other, like authority coming up against authority, like your own authority and the system authority, okay? And the sun opposite Mars is again like the general Mars and the sun, the king, are like not seeing eye to eye. But if you channel this well, there's an opportunity. And where do you find the opportunity in a T-square? At the tip, at the apex. So Saturn is the unifying opportunity. Pluto is the unifying opportunity. Notice how both of those red lines are lit up when I hover those planets. So you lean, excuse me, you want to lean into your own inner authority under this moon. You want to lean into like, what is the system that I want to create for my life? How can I interact with the current system in a constructive way? How can I transform Pluto, the system, in my own life to bring the benefits that I want to see? Jupiter, okay, to bring my spirituality and my beliefs, Jupiter, into the scene and into the play, into the arena, you know, into play. Think about that stuff under this new moon, October 16th onward, because you're being asked to think deeply. You might as well apply that to good use. How do you bring your truth and beauty and design? Everybody is a designer, you know, pay attention to what you're designing. You have a new beginning to design something. What house of your chart it is in will teach you what opportunity you have to build where, so to speak. So where can you have this new beginning? You see what I'm saying? That's going to be dictated by the house that Libra is in your chart. So that's a little food for thought. There's power struggles. Don't explode on somebody unless you want them out of your life forever. Because Mercury is friends and even like siblings, and opposite Uranus is severance. So be careful if you have siblings or friends that you feel you need to check in on them. Don't be doing nothing silly that's going to attract some crazy like issue. Just don't be doing that. Don't be doing nothing foolish under this that you know you shouldn't be doing. Mercury opposite Uranus, don't be doing anything that you know you shouldn't be doing. But look, the designer planet, Venus, on the designer star, Spica, okay, is ruled, the ruler of that designer star, Venus, is here in harmonious conversation with Uranus. So through beautifying and through designing and through problem solving, because Mercury is the ruler of Venus and is in Scorpio and wants the truth. And Mercury is a planet that wants problem solving, period. Pleasure is gained through problem solving, with the ruler, the dispositor of Virgo, being in Scorpio. Pleasure, Venus, is gained through going deep, Mercury in Scorpio. Pleasure is gained in Virgo through being of service of a deep caliber, through being of service to your soulmate, perhaps, with this Juno conjunction, through being of service to the truth as you're assessing it and discerning it to be. And, you know, that service is, again, truth, because Mercury in Scorpio, but opposite Uranus. And also Uranus is trining that Venus, like the truth will be favored. Your pleasure will be gained through truth and accessing your inner like freak, your inner genius, and waking up to the earth, because Venus is the built environment. She's in Virgo. Capricorn, all those three planets, look at Capricorn right now. All those three planets, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, are in Capricorn. And Uranus is in Earth. So the Earth sign energy is present. It's at the table, like, wake up, people. Uranus and Taurus is literally like, wake up, people, wake up, you know. So that's what that is. And the North Node is in Gemini, and the ruling planet of that is, again, Mercury. So Mercury is asking us to build the better world. It's trining Neptune. Build that illusionary thing that seems really illusionary. Build it and make it so. Paint your visions right now. Cast your vision boards, y'all. This is a new beginning. It's a seed. Grow that plant. That is your dream. Mercury trine Neptune. Mercury sextile Venus. That's literally Mercury, the planet of thought, intellect, and communication, with good vibes to the planets of beauty. I don't even know how that came out of my mouth. Beauty, Venus, and Neptune. Neptune is beauty too. It's considered to be the higher octave of Venus. It's like ephemeral, like you're just in a cloud of like water beauty. It's like mermaid beauty, you know? So like it's fantasy angel beauty. So there's a lot of wake up energy here. We are all waking up. Lean into Saturn. The other way you can get out of that T-square is the opposite energy, Cancer, because it's the apex of the triangle, and opposite that apex that you can alleviate the pressure cooker that is the T-square in this chart. So nurture yourself, nurture those you're in relationships with, nurture your own transformation process. You are being called under this new moon to midwife the new design of your life that you want to create. Midwife, I'm gonna say it again because it's that profound. This is my astrological, like 1 to 2 sentence interpretation of this new moon. You want to know what this new moon is? Here it is. You are being asked by spirit to midwife the birthing of your new transformation into the world and the life that you want to live moving forward. So midwife it, nurture it. Cancer is the opposite point of this T-square. Nurture it like a mother. Beautify it, design it like a designer, because the Spica thing and beautifying influence of Venus there with the Spica. And think about what's true and deep. Build your truths, grow your truths, and paint your visions and find out tangible, small step ways that you can actually build that. Venus and Virgo. Venus and Virgo understands there's a lot of pieces that get to that whole. You see what I'm saying? So that's my wisdom drop for you for the day. Like this video if it brought you any value whatsoever. If you want to join us in the course, it's going to be hot. Check it out. Link for that to schedule a Calendly with me is down below. Subscribe if you're not already, because I do put out a video every single day of the week. And with that said, my friend, until next time and through next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.